Hello, welcome. This reading is to answer the question, what is going to happen to you in the next 3 months? It's best to choose the deck of cards that first attracted you to get the best results. That's how it usually works. I'll put timestamps below from 1 through 4 so that you can go directly to your reading. And we'll see you there. Thank you. This reading is for those of you that chose the first deck of card, the Mystical Journey Oracle deck. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen for you for the next 3 months. So the first card that we have here is Inner Child. So there's a feeling of hiding. So this could be coming through in a number of ways. This could be that you've been hiding who you really are from some people, hiding your identity. This could be that perhaps you are an introverted type of person who, prefers to be on your own, doesn't like big crowds. This could be maybe you're hiding some inner damage that you have that has not been healed yet. And that is something you might want to be looking at. Quite often snakes are associated with health, right? With the medical profession. So there's a need here to sort of come out of your shell, to expose yourself a little, expose who you really are. And I think maybe you're timid or shy, maybe you're afraid of rejection. So just baby steps, right? Just a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Reveal something you're comfortable with revealing about yourself, and see how people around you react. I think you're going to be surprised at how well you're accepted for who you really are. I mean, as long as you haven't been blatantly lying and making up things that are, impossible for you to actually have in your life or to achieve in your life, sort of idea. Just revealing a little bit about yourself. And again, increments, right? In small increments. So, you can do this to one person and then maybe a couple more people. Take your time with it. There's no rush, but there is this blossoming and revealing of who you are. So to me, there's like, you're here, this individual here, hiding, and then, but there's this little flower that you're holding, and so you're blossoming, you're blooming, you're coming out of your shell, you're allowing yourself to be exposed, you know, to reveal the real you to people. And because of all the rainbow colors, it's coming through as though it's going to be accepted. It's going to be just fine. No one's going to, turn on you and say, oh, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. And I think you might be pleasantly surprised to find out that they actually are really happy with the things that you're revealing about yourself, and they will actually like you even more because of who you really are. And it's perfectly fine if you have an introverted type personality. You don't need to stand in front of 10,000 people and tell them your life story. Just reveal a little bit about yourself, the things you like. I think you'll be surprised to find that there are other people who like similar things as you. So that's something that you can be working on, or may be starting to happen for you over the next 3 months. Okay, the next card we have here is Resilience. So there is, with this card in this reading, um, a feeling of walking away from what doesn't serve you anymore. This feels as though maybe you had joined a group or a club. So that could be in person, that could be something online. Maybe you're working with people. You joined a clan or well, whatever they're gonna term it in a video game. Where everybody works together. You're in the same group, and maybe you're finding that they just don't have the same ethics or morals as you. There's something that just doesn't feel right to you. You're not comfortable with it. So by all means, walk away from it. You don't have to stay. Even if you have invested your time, your effort, or even your money into something, take a look at that. Just instead of thinking, well, I've invested so much, I should just stick with it. No, absolutely not. Because if it's making you miserable, if it's stressing you out, if it's making you unhappy, you're gonna eventually quit, or you're gonna get ill. It's not good for you, right? Eventually something's gonna happen that's gonna disrupt things and make it even worse. So stop, because you would continue to invest your time, yourself, your money, your effort into it. And do you really want to continue to support something that's not supporting you, that's not good for you? And so just look at it as though you made an investment in yourself, and you've come through knowing, hey, that's not for me, and that's excellent to know. That's good information to have. And okay, I'm going to go find something else that I fit into better, that I am more comfortable with, and that people have the same like-mindedness that I have. That we all sort of have the same goals and ideals and ethics and morals, and then these are people that I would be comfortable with and can trust. And trust is a huge thing and very important to have. So just look at it as though it's not money wasted. It's money you invested to find out more about yourself and what you are comfortable with, and what you will allow in your life and what you won't. And so there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a really good investment to have, where a lot of people would stick with something that's just making them miserable because they've invested so much, they're afraid to let go. And it's going to work against them. Okay, so Spirit said move on to the next card. So we have Rising Up. So this feels like your energy, that things are improving for you. So over the next 3 months, I think you're going to see improvement coming your way. And this is through your own work, right? So if you're able to ditch what isn't working for you anymore, you'll be in a better place. If you're allowing yourself to be more free and open with others and being more accepted, you're going to be in a better place. So things are looking up. Things are going to be improving for you over the next 3 months. Now, it might not be radical improvement. It might be gradual improvement, but I think you will be feeling much better about things and where your life is heading over the next 3 months. Even if it is gradual, that you will know, hey, things are definitely improving. I feel as though things are getting better for me. I'm feeling better about where I'm going, where I'm heading, how things are unfolding in my life. Okay, so Spirit said go on to the next card, and we have Inspiration. Okay, so this card is coming through in this reading as a warning. So basically, the individual pictured in this card that seems to have this mystical stuff going on around them is coming through in this reading as though this is a con artist type person. This is a person who is not shy about manipulating and using people. They have no problems with lying to people to get their own way. They find it rather funny to take advantage of others. So they're a very sad individual. So be aware that there is someone like this in your midst over the next 3 months. I'm not sure if this is someone you are already familiar with. That could be in some cases. For some of you, this is someone you're going to meet over the next 3 months. If there's anyone who seems too good to be true, keep a real close eye on them, right? If they're making very large claims of things, be really careful about what they're doing. If someone's constantly coming to you to borrow a little bit money here, a little bit more there, a little bit, and not paying you back, pay attention to that, because they're seeing how much they can get away with from you. And so this person is going to continue to push the envelope. They're going to continue to push things as far as they can. How far can we get? How much can they take advantage of you? How much can they get from you? How much money? How much emotional attachment? Whatever it is they're after, because they just want to use you and take advantage of you. And most likely they've done this to others. So if anyone approaches you to say, hey, watch out for so and so, pay attention to that. Even if you find yourself very attracted to the manipulator, the person coming through in this card, if you think, oh, well, you know what, I'd like to have a relationship with them, or, get to know them better, whatever, and someone says, hey, watch out for them, pay attention to that, because if you ignore that warning, it's going to come back and bite you really hard later on. So please avoid anyone that comes through as this type of person, okay? Especially if you're warned. Watch out for them, pay attention, because whoever's telling you that has either witnessed and or been taken advantage of by this person and doesn't want that to happen to you. Okay, so the last card we have here is New Beginnings. So from this, it looks like at the end of the 3 months, you're going to be in a better position than you were now, right? Because, it's 3 months from now. So you'll be in a better position than you are now. There's a feeling here of a need to do some inner healing, some inner work to, if you're interested in mystical or spiritual things, to be looking into that side of life. I mean, we have 4 parts to us: our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual sides. And so it's a good idea to start looking into that at the end of the next 3 months coming up, if your interests lie that way. I mean, you might already be on that path, and so perhaps something new is going to present itself to you. And so take a look at it carefully and see if that's something that you want to incorporate, if you want to learn about it and get involved with that. Yeah, okay, Spirit said that's it for your reading. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so very much for watching. Hello, this reading is for those of you that chose the second deck, the Wisdom of the Oracle cards. So let's see what's going to happen for you in the next 3 months. So the first card we have here is Serendipity. So I think, right away, I think things are going to be looking good for you straight off the bat. So, very soon, there's going to be some really fortunate thing that's going to happen. For some of you, this may be an event. For some of you, you may actually win some money. But I wouldn't, don't go over spending or betting too much money in hopes that you're going to have a big windfall. Don't put yourself in debt for that type of thing, but you might be coming into money. But something auspicious, something very good is going to be happening for you, and it seems like it's going to be happening very soon. For some of you, I'm getting that you might actually meet the love of your life. It's going to be something very special that's going to be happening for you very soon. Okay, Spirit said move to the next card. So that's an awesome way to start. The next card we have here is why. So um, this looks like you need to invest yourself. You need to invest your time. You need to invest in yourself. So it could be that because they're reaching out to grab a book, that you may need to get more education. So perhaps you need to invest in taking a night school course or going back to school, getting more education, taking a certificate course, something like that. But it looks like you need to invest in yourself. And it could just be taking the time to learn something, not necessarily having to go back to school, but maybe you need to, find tutorials online or something that you can take to learn something. But definitely take some time to invest in yourself. And it could just be taking the time to take a look at, where do you want to head in your life? So over the next 3 months, take a look at your life, review, and see, okay, what would I like to be doing 5, 10 years from now? And what had I hoped to do 5, 10 years ago? Have I gotten there? And take a look. Do I need to switch lanes, or do I keep going the way I'm going? Do I need to turn right here instead and start pursuing something a little off to the side? And we all change, we all grow through time. And so the things that we wanted to do 10 years ago, 5 years ago, may not be what interests us now. It may not be where we want to head now. Maybe we've learned the lessons we've needed, that we've done over the last, little while, and we're like, I want to move on from there. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So absolutely, over the next few months, invest in yourself, take the time you need to make sure that you're on the right track, you're heading where you want to be going, and are you heading where you want to go? Have things changed for you, and do you need to invest in getting a higher education or more insight into something? Okay, Spirit said to move on. So the next card we have here is building blocks. So yeah, quite similar to the previous card, right? Building yourself up from scratch. We all have to do that for ourselves. We all need to find out who we are as people, what we want, where we're heading, where we want to go. And so there is this feeding your mind in the previous card. Um, Looking to where you want to go, looking towards the future, reaching out for it. And this one, there's more of an inner work, maybe some emotional, spiritual work, healing that needs to be done. So some more self work. So it looks like a real call to focus on yourself over the next 3 months, not in a greedy, selfish way, but in a healing way, in a growing way, in an educational way, in a way of expansion. And so keep working on that. But yeah, a lot of inner healing, inner work here is being done. Because for me, what I'm seeing is these blocks are going around the individual, um, as they're gathering them and bringing them in, and they're internalizing them, and so they've learned things and they're making it who they are, type of idea. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Spirit's saying to go to the next card. So here we have regeneration, new growth on the old, still sort of following the same path. So if you have, if you've been looking over the next 3 months, looking at yourself, where you want to go, it looks here like you might just end up with something new, a new path, maybe a new hobby, something that's going to actually give you a lot of contentment, a lot of peace in your life, peaceful feelings, happiness, even joy. Um, it looks like a very beautiful thing that is going to be starting up. So again, this could be a hobby. Maybe it's a new job for some of you. Maybe, it's going back to school or going to further your education, and it's going to be a really, really wonderful opportunity for you. It's looking like a very, very wonderful thing that's going to be happening. So you're getting a really wonderful reading for these next 3 months. Okay, yeah, a Spirit said to move on to the next card. So we have Between Worlds here. So on a spiritual level, I'm getting the betwixt and between feeling that you're here in the present, you're here in your body, you may be grounded, but then there's the side of you that's sort of ethereal, um, feels open, almost exposed to the elements, to the spiritual side of life. Maybe you just get glimpses. Maybe you have seen ghosts. Maybe you've seen UFO. Some sort of paranormal thing has happened to you. Maybe it's happened more than once. So you're sort of seeing that there's more to life than just the physical reality, the material side that so many people sadly focus on in this world. And so that's wonderful because that's helping to open your mind and to expand who you are as a living being. So perhaps over the next 3 months, you might just have a paranormal type of experience or a spiritual experience, an epiphany, or a realization of something happening for you over the next 3 months, which I think might start to make you see life, see yourself, see others in a different light, in a different way, in a good way though. Like it will help you become more mature, more worldly. I'm getting the word renowned. So to me, that means like heading towards success, being more successful, um, getting more recognition for who you are and what you do and what you can do. Okay, yeah, Spirit said, yep, that's right. That's the end of the reading. So I hope this has been helpful. And I hope you have a great next 3 months. It seems like it's going to be very wonderful for you. So thank you so much for watching. So this reading is for those of you that chose the third deck, the Queen of the Moon Oracle cards. So let's see what's going to happen for you over the next 3 months. So the first card we have here for you is Self-Reflection. And the small print is Waning Gibbous, Phase of the Moon. So because there are two individuals with two reflections, so four altogether, the back of you, the front of you, and in reverse, it feels as though maybe you have not been feeling yourself lately. And for some of you, I get this might have been going on for quite a while, that something perhaps has occurred. Perhaps you have been through something, and this may not apply to all of you, but perhaps some of you have been through something traumatic, something that's been very, very hard to take, very hard to reconcile with. And so you just have not been feeling yourself. For others of you, it almost feels as though you feel split, that you are being pulled in many different directions. Mm, and it's like others are pulling you here and there. Um, and it's not things, not everything that you're being pulled to do, being dragged into in some cases. They're not all things you want to be doing. And so, it's a time of needing to get away. You need to get away on your own. Somehow, you need to get away on your own. Turn the phone off, get away from the internet, get away from the phone, get away from people. You need time for you. You need time for this self-reflection, looking at, what am I doing that is making me miserable? Am I just walking around like a zombie, letting other people lead me around, doing this and that and the other thing because it's making them happy, but I'm miserable? Um, Look at what healing you need. What have you healed? What still needs to be healed? Take a really good hard look at yourself. Do the self reflection, but there's this huge emphasis on, you really need to get away on your own. A day, a weekend, a week if you can, 2 weeks. A week should be good, but 2 weeks, if that's needed, you really, really, really have to get away. And, it means being on your own, alone, because you need to really take a look at yourself and really see, what healing do I need? Where can I go for that healing? Start really doing the research. And so, really try to see if you can do that, because I think it would be really, really beneficial. So try to work on that over the next 3 months if you can, to get that time alone somehow, in some way. you know, Cut yourself off from everybody and everything, and really take a look. And take a look too, when you're doing a self-assessment, as to how other people are treating you. Um, People that are dragging you to things that you don't want to do, are they people that are very, very selfish and who will never ever do anything that you want to do? Then, maybe it's time to let them go. If they're people that are, doing things for you, doing things that you want to do, but it's give and take. You want to do stuff with them that they want to do too, that's fine. But you really need to take a look at, how are people treating you? Do you want to continue to be treated that way? How are you treating yourself? Because if you're letting other people take advantage of you, harm you, bring you down, you're not treating yourself very well. And so it's time to take a look at that. And it can be difficult, it can be hard, but it sometimes needs to be done. Different times in our life, we need to take a look at this and take stock, and just, before you get to the point where you're broken, that somebody breaks you. If you can do this for yourself without having someone break you, and you go, yeah, I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to allow someone to treat me like this anymore. And that you're just broken, it's really difficult to get back up from that. So if you can do that sort of self-reflection, that self-assessment, take a look at everything, how you're allowing others to treat you before somebody breaks you, you'll be so much better off. Okay? So the next card we have here is boundaries. And honestly, I don't read the cards before I put them. I just shuffle and put them out. So I'm reading them along with you. Oh, sorry. So it's the small print is oh my gosh, can I even read it? Waxing gibbous. Sorry. So there's a feeling here of you being in this bubble, um, not wanting to relate to the world, not wanting to be here, because there is a lot of negativity out there, and if you've been having struggles that were indicated in the first card, you don't want to deal with it. But if we because this doesn't feel like you've cut yourself off. It doesn't feel like you said, hey, enough's enough. Stop treating me badly. Hey, I'm not going to do that anymore. It's almost like you're floating through life in this bubble. You don't want to interact. You don't want to engage. And so you're just kind of letting people bounce you around and getting you to do this, do that, do the other thing. You're just at their bidding. But it's like you're not in touch with yourself. You're just kind of floating, almost zombie like, and just not wanting to connect with this world anymore because there's just too much pain here. And there's a feeling here, all the red in the sky, there's a feeling here that if you're just going to float and you're not going to engage because of not wanting to face that pain, you're going to remain in the pain. You won't be able to work through it. If you try to separate yourself from it, if you don't want to face the reality of it, it won't change. It will stay the same. You will stay in the pain. And so there's work that you have to do. So take a look at that within yourself to see, and again, this will come through varying degrees for everyone, and many of us go through this in life at some point. Um, so yeah, take a look at that. Do you want to remain in the pain? Do you want to isolate yourself, disconnect yourself, and just remain in that horrible pain? So ask yourself that, okay? So the next card we have is Hunger, and the small print is Wolf Moon. This feels like somebody else's energy, someone in your life, or someone that's going to come in your life in the next 3 months. They want to help you heal. It's almost as though this wolf is howling and howling. You're stuck in the bubble. It's soundproof. You can't hear it. This person has been trying to help you heal, wants to help you heal, will work through it with you to help you heal. Perhaps it's someone who's very close to you already, or again, it could be someone new that comes in, but they can see how other people are treating you. They can see how you're sort of disconnected, and so um, they can see that people are taking advantage of you, using you, and you're just letting them, and they want to help you heal so that that's not going to happen to you anymore. And it could be that perhaps this person has been through this themselves. Maybe they have been where you are years ago, and they've worked through it, and they can help guide you. Not that they're going to tell you every step of everything that you have to do. They'll just explain what they have gone through, and they're here to help you and support you to move beyond that bubble, to get out of it, to break free, to start working through the pain, and making things better. Okay, the next card we have here is Patience, and that is Green Corn Moon. I haven't had this card before, so interesting. So I think there is part of you, you seem to be the person holding the balloon. You have a little bit of hope. You are hoping things are going to improve. There is a little tiny bit of you in there that says, maybe I can get beyond all this suffering, pain, and grief, and even perhaps anger, think, the hurt, right? And you're in an open field right now, and it looks like in front of you it's a tunnel. So I think the big part of you is, I'm going to be stuck in this tunnel forever. But there is a small part of you that's like, I can see beyond the tunnel. I want to go beyond the tunnel. I'm going to need to get there. And so that's starting to open up, and maybe you are starting to see more of the opening, more of what can be beyond the pain, what can be when you reconnect with life, and good people in your life, and start to reconnect with yourself. And so that's starting to come through over the next 3 months, that, yeah, there's going to be some improvement happening. But again, you've got to be doing the work, okay? There are at least one person who wants to help you with that, but you have to instigate it. You have to want it. They can't force you to do it, okay? Okay, and then the last card we have is the unexpected. And again, this image sort of a tunnel, of an opening, things beyond what's in the present moment. And the small print here is blue moon. And so again, where you can see the previous card, there's this long tunnel, and then the opening is beyond the long tunnel. It's moonlight. It's not quite as bright as a sunlit day, but you have that little ray of hope, that little balloon, that little ray of hope. I'm going to get there. I'm going to start to go through that tunnel, because it does look like you're still on the path to the tunnel. So you're starting that in the next 3 months. And then here we have this beautiful, brightly lit opening. So I think by the end of the 3 months, things are going to start to look better for you. And actually, with the title, The Unexpected, there is a hope here that for many of you, if not all of you, I hope for all of you, something good is going to come along that you didn't think would be possible. Something's going to come along to sort of give you new hope for the future. So something better is on the horizon, but this work has to be done to get there, okay? So please allow yourself to do the work. Allow this to come into your life. Because if you're thinking, I don't deserve it, I need to cut myself off, I can't be a part of anything, you might miss this opportunity, and you don't want to do that, okay? Okay, so Spirit said that's it for your reading. I really hope things improve for you, and I hope the next 3 months you're going to see and get to that place of improvement, new hope. Okay, hang in there, and watch for the person to help you with this. It seems like they truly want to. So I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, this reading is for those of you that chose the fourth pile, the Shaman Oracle deck. So let's see what's going to happen for you over the next 3 months. So the first card that we have here for you is the Journeyer. So, okay, this looks like you embarking on a new adventure, a new thing in life. Perhaps you're going to take up a new hobby. Maybe you're going to go on a vacation. Maybe you're going to go hiking, getting out into nature. Sorry, that kind of came through rather enthusiastically. um, but it looks like something really good, really positive that you're just embarking on. Maybe you're going to be embarking into your spirituality in a new way, or an exciting venture for that. This feels like this, depending on what it is you're going to be doing that's new over the next 3 months, it could really open your eyes. So it might open your eyes spiritually. It might, like, it's a very positive thing that's going to come through. So it might open your eyes to your physicality, to what you are actually able to accomplish, um, to improving your health, improving um, maybe even all four aspects of ourselves, right? The mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical sides of ourselves, that things are definitely improving, definitely going to rise up, definitely going to get better for you. And it's like you're just starting. It's brand new. It's invigorating. It's something to rejoice and celebrate in, that you're embarking on this. Okay, so Spirit was like, okay, woo, time to move on. So the next card we have here is the Companion. So for those of you that are on a spiritual journey, um, you're going to be getting a really good teacher. Always make sure that the teacher has integrity, right? What is their motivation? What is their intention for teaching you? Are they motivated to help you? Is their intention to help you get a better life, help you gain spiritual realizations, help you to improve spiritually? Or is their motivation money? They want to get rich off of you. They want to promote themselves and how brilliant and wonderful they are. So be really, really careful of who it is. But it does look like you're going to end up with someone who has very good integrity, who is really genuinely wanting to help you. So watch out for that. For those of you, whatever the new thing is that you're embarking on, the same thing applies. Just apply it to whatever the new thing is. If you're taking up a new hobby, you're learning a new skill, then there's someone, that they genuinely want to teach you the skill, or are they just charging you for lessons and you're not really making a lot of progress and they don't really seem to care? So, be careful with however that's coming through. But I would say, like, pretty much all of you are going to end up with someone really, really good. And you know, it might take a bit. You might get someone who's not so good, but eventually you're going to find the really good teacher, or mentor, master craftsman, whatever, that will genuinely want to help you improve and get where you want to go. Okay, so that's going to be happening over the next 3 months, most likely. Okay, so the next card we have here is Hunter of Conflict. Okay, so some of you, this will be a sibling. that's coming through. For some of you, this is going to be a sibling, a brother or sister. For others of you, it might be a friend, but I don't think it's a close friend. It kind of feels more like an acquaintance type. If you have a close-knit group of friends, this person sort of kind of joins every once in a while, but they're sort of on the outskirts. They're not in the main clique, the main group, right? But they're very jealous of you. They have been jealous of you for a while, but with this stuff going on, this new things, and wonderful teacher, and how excited you are, and how great things are turning around, and you're excited to be on this new journey and this new venture, they're going to be really jealous. And so they're going to start name calling. They are going to put you down behind your back, spread lies and rumors about you. So be really careful about that. And no, it's just that they are a petty person, that they don't feel that they're capable of doing the things that you do, so they're totally jealous of you, and it's their own faults that they won't come to terms with. They think that you were born with a golden horseshoe up your butt kind of idea, that everything just gets handed to you all the time. And no, you work to get where you are. You've had to do the work to get where you are. You've found out what it is you want to do, where you want to go, whether it's going on that hike or starting that new hobby or embarking on a new spiritual path. You had to work to get there. You had to do the work to be able to accomplish these things. They just think it's been handed to you because they're just such a negative person, and they don't realize that no, everybody has to work to get where they are. Very few of us have things handed to us, and so they have unrealistic expectations and a viewpoint. So, you know, it's people that actually know you are not going to fall for their lies or their deceit or their grumbling, and so don't worry about that too much, but just be aware of it. If anybody takes their side, I would just say let them, because obviously they don't know you very well, and they are probably a rather negative person themselves, and so it'll stand out, and I think what's going to happen is your main group, or your family, whatever, they're going to be on your side because they've put up with this from this person before, and they know what he's like. So just sort of kind of have patience for them, realize it's their own shortcomings that they're not able to get a grasp on, so they're trying to blame others and cause issues for other people that they think have so great. Just let them go. Okay, don't try not to get angry, try not to fight back. It'll just make things worse. Just try to have patience for them and realize they're just deluded. Okay, the next card we have here is Ancestor of Knowing. So I think, whatever new thing it is you're starting in the next 3 months, you're going to make some really good progress. And I think you're going to be surprised at just how talented you are. And I think, again, you're going to be happy that you embarked on this, because it's going to really be something that you want to be, make part of your life, to do more than just one time, right? You want to incorporate this into the being of who you are. And so it looks like things are going to go really, really well for you. And you're going to embrace this fully, because you will be surprised at just how easily it comes to you, or again, just perhaps how quickly you are mastering these things, and gaining the ability to do the stuff that you're embarking on. Okay, so Spirit said, yeah, that's good, move on. So the next card we have here is Spirit of Empowerment. So what I'm seeing is we have the master here on the top of the mountain type of idea. And so depending on what area of life you're doing this new journey in, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, whatever, you have the one who has mastered it, the one who is teaching you, is shown up in this card. And so then you're floating around, learning, gaining new insights. You get this white glow coming from within because of the things that are happening in the previous card, right? Things are going really, really well. But I see here that you are going to be the new master, and you will have people that you will be helping and bringing aboard. So that's what's going to be happening. It might not happen as quickly as 3 months, but you will be heading that way. And as I said before, things are going to move a little faster than you had thought. Okay, so yeah, you will be in the position of being the master and having students and teaching them what it is that you're learning, this new thing that you're embarking on over the next 3 months. So that looks fantastic. That's a great reading. So that's it for your reading. I hope this has been very helpful. I hope you have a wonderful 3 months. Thank you so much for watching.